12 years old. He was riding a bike with some of his friends. This group of older teenagers were in their car and they were harassing him, and they actually tried to run him over with their car. But Craig says as he got older, it got harder and harder to just ignore it, and he got more and more angry. Like, there was this one time when he was 13, him and his friends were playing outside, and he said that this older gentleman started harassing him and got in his car and then tried to run Craig over. The guy missed Craig and then just drove off, and Craig and his friends kept continue playing, but Craig was so angry about this. He just couldn't let go of the anger, and later that night, he was still so mad, he wanted to go get revenge on this older guy. In the middle of the night, he returns back to the house where the man and his car were parked in front of because he wanted to smash up the guy's car. But the car was gone, so he decided to change his plans, and he was gonna break into the house, maybe rob the guy, smash up the guy's stuff, but he broke into the house of 27-year-old Rebecca Spencer. She was just sleeping in her living room, and 13-year-old Craig Price decided to take his anger out on her, this innocent woman, and he just snapped. Full of rage, in a frenzy, Craig went into her kitchen, grabbed a sharp kitchen weapon, and then used it on her 58 times while she slept. She was a 27-year-old single mother of 2 children, but luckily her children were not home that night. They were at their father's house. After Craig went home, he got in the shower, he hid his bloody clothes in the attic, and then he lived the next 2 years like nothing happened. Then Craig claims one day when he was 15 years old, he was riding his bike when he passed Joan Heaton and her 2 young daughters also riding on their bikes, and he noticed that one of her daughters, there was something wrong with one of their bike chains. So Craig offered to help Joan's daughter, but he said that Joan gave him a very dirty look and that him and Joan had a tense, awkward exchange, and he felt that Joan did not like him because of the color of his skin. And then a few days later, Craig said that he was walking through his neighborhood and he actually walked past Joan Heaton's house, and he said that Joan was watching him through her window and was once again giving him this awful, dirty look. It's very possible that maybe Joan Heaton was giving Craig a dirty look, but it's also very possible that she was just looking out her window, maybe like daydreaming. She's just staring off into the distance and she's thinking about all the things that happened to her that week that upset her, and she just had maybe, you know, resting bitch face. We don't know. Regardless, it was enough for 15-year-old Craig to return to her house in the middle of the night and brutally kill her and her daughters. Just a reminder, Joan Heaton was attacked 57 times. Her 7-year-old daughter, Melissa, was attacked 30 times with such force that the sharp kitchen weapons broke off during the attack. And her 10-year-old daughter, Jennifer, was attacked 62 times. And Craig just returned home, he showered, and he hid his bloody clothes and the murder weapons in the shed and in the attic. And after Craig failed that polygraph test, it was actually enough for the investigators to get a search warrant of his home. There they found